Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stupid O'Clock. I'm Joe. Sorry about the snafu in the opening. I had to interrupt the guys and just push the first button I found once I got everything cleared off because somebody was supposed to have started the show while I was down the hall. So I'm coming, bringing everybody up. Yeah, I'm a snitching.
I don't have button control.
Nor do I, so
I don't have hands.
I got control, but it's not of myself.
Oh, hello. Hello. I'm Mr. Ed. All right.
All right, folks, let's address the elephant in the room. Apparently, my internet is working.
Oh.
We shall see.
That's
Joe
loud.
Dog scheduled last man standing for later tonight. If nothing happens and I don't picket fence or I don't robot voice, we will continue until the wee hours. And everything could be back to normal by Saturday night, and everything could be back to normal right now. I don't know. We still don't have any telephone.
So,
Hey.
Oh, really? The local people didn't come out and fix your stuff? Or
Oh no, they closed the work order and never showed up. And then I called and complained again. There's another appointment for tomorrow. They're supposed to come out and see what is wrong with the phones. And because I complained mightily about the lack of internet, things got sped up a little bit. I heard another ping. Who have we got?
it's Mr. Ryan Permisson.
Yeah. Well, I clicked him in there. Somebody.
We both did. We were having a button.
I have not reached for any controls at all tonight. No.
Well, clearly
I'm
we know
just
that
glad
Dan
to be
Hollingfield
here.
is. Clearly, we know that you're not the keymaster of this shindig. By the way, John, what on God's green earth happened to you, man? Did someone cut you into little pieces and only left your shrunken head inside a tube like Zordon?
He had a run-in with Pink Floyd.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Pink Floyd is
One
still
of these
alive.
days, they're going to cut you into pieces. Well, John,
Well, I heard
messed around and found out.
you're in Greenville, South Carolina, right?
No. I'm in the part that's north of that. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. Not
Greensboro.
Greenville.
Burrow.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the borough of Greens, not the Villa of the Green in South Kakalaki. That's not there. Yeah.
All right, never mind. I was
Sorry.
going to say you actually get to see Savannah Bananas play, but
Oh, well, I'll be honest with you. It's funny you bring that up because we had a number of individuals visit us at the stadium where I was working this past summer for the Grasshoppers. We had a number of people walking in with Savannah Banana T-shirts.
oh,
Yeah.
well, maybe they gave you a look anyway.
They probably did and say, "What are you doing here wearing a Greensboro outfit?" I'm like, "Well, it's because I work here." During the regular season anyway. We didn't make it into the playoffs, so I didn't get any extra, what do you call it, work days. So now I'm back to what is known as pounding the pavement, looking for my next great job. So yeah, I know it's sad.
Good luck with that.
Thank
Good luck
you.
with that.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I did fill out 2 more applications today, so that makes me feel good.
Hey,
I actually had an impromptu phone interview with Barnes and Noble, so who knows? Maybe I'll end up being the next great American bookseller. Who knows?
well, sometime around HallowCon, I have to file for my retirement.
Oh, wow. So as one chapter's beginning, another one's coming to a close. There you go.
They keep overlapping, and I feel like I'm on 3 shows at once.
Really? Wow. I do 3 to 4 shows a week.
This is about every minute.
Okay. Which is a lot different than what Ryan's doing, but you know. But it's good to see you guys, and thank you all for the last week when we did the big post on social media for my birthday wishes. So thank you, I appreciate that, guys.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah,
Did I
feels good.
miss that?
Feels good
I
to be
don't-
36.
Yeah, it did.
It did. Yeah, a long time ago for some of us, it felt good to be 36. Not so much anymore.
Yeah,
Would have been
I
30
caught
years
Van
ago,
Zant's
but
in
yeah.
that.
30 years ago.
the only good thing.
Yeah,
about
I'll be
36 being married-
66 this year.
Like my mom likes to say, it's the 45th anniversary of her 29th birthday.
There you go, man. Oh man, but it's good to see you guys. It's been a while since we've all had a chance to chat. I know things have been cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs around here. Me pounding the pavement looking for a job, and I hardly ever see anybody anymore. Like that. But you know what? I'm just happy to be here, and it's good to see everybody. You know, I do all these shows every week. I do it because I love it, and I'm going to continue to do it until I can do it no longer. So at least I got many shows lined up in the next couple months. That makes me happy. Someone just signed up to be on And I Quote for later on next year. Christy Shin's going to be on with us, so that ought to be fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Christy's going to be on with us. Carissa Grant's going to be on with us in a couple weeks, which, you want to talk about Kickstarters. Carissa Grant does a Kickstarter like every week or every month. It's insanity what she's doing. But hey, our hats off to you, because hard work, and I mean really hard work, pays off in the long run, folks. So that's cool. And then we're doing a show tomorrow night celebrating the Westerns genre. If anyone's interested in celebrating Westerns.
I've written a couple.
You have? That's great. You should send me the links so I can read all those.
Actually, I can't, because one of them is published at the moment.
Okay.
You'd have to go to the European publisher's website, which I do not remember. But
it's kind of like a reverse spaghetti western.
Is it?
Instead of Italians making a western story, it's Dan making a western story and selling it in Italy.
That's strange.
Actually, the editor that invited me to the anthology is an Italian civil servant.
Really?
Yep. The title of the collection is Steam-Powered Dream Engines.
Ooh,
it is not on Amazon. You'll have to Google that one. But it is a British publisher.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I just bought a few Western books. One was written by Howard Weinstein of Crazy 8 Press, and then I bought the Stormgate Press anthology, Spurs and Six Shooters, from Charles F. Millhouse. So that's going to look good on my collection. Plus, I am, look forward to reading those as well. I'm excited.
Well, when this one finishes the contract for that publisher, I've got plans to write more in the story and turn it into a novella or maybe even a novel. I don't know. But there seems to be more to the story than I had previously written. So
that's fair. I've been rewatching some Westerns lately. So I just rewatched Pale Rider, and now I'm in the process of rewatching Unforgiven.
I saw something on YouTube today about the cast of
what was it?
No, it wasn't. I want to say The Rifleman, but I'm not sure. I don't think that's correct, but evidently the cast all have passed away now, and none of them from being geriatric. It was all tragic deaths. So
that's unfortunate.
To touch back on Spurs and Six Shooters for a second.
Oh yeah.
Cindy Kapp and Brian K. Morris both had stories in that as well.
Yep. They're featured writers. Bobby Nash has a story in there, I believe. Doesn't John C. Bruning have one in there? Yeah, John C. Bruning from Flinch Books. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of both of them. They didn't plan on this, but this is just happenstance. Is that Stormgate Press has their Western anthology, and also Flinch Books has an anthology too. So that just came out. They both came out in and around the same time. So if you're into Westerns and that's your thing, and you want to saddle up, just look up Flinch Books and look up Stormgate Press. And Stormgate Press is making reading fun again, which is the slogan. No one paid me to say that, Charles. I'm just saying.
Another pang.
I'm just saying. Oh, I bought his book, Evolution Man Year 2, as well. So, Charles F. Millhouse, you got some good business coming your way, man. Hey, where was she? She just popped up. Where is she?
Wait a minute. I did hit the control.
Where's Princess Leia? Where's she at, man? Bring her in here. There she is. What's up, Dawn?
Hi.
What's up, girl? How you doing, Star Wars superstar Lego fan? How you been?
Hanging in.
Yeah.
Dawn, did you ever get you a pair of the Lego slippers?
No.
The Lego slippers?
They have padded Lego slippers.
Is that real?
Yes. You can order them online.
Wow.
And they're house slippers with extra thick padding on the bottom to keep you from stepping on Legos in the middle of the night.
Well, you step on them, you just can't feel them.
To keep you
well,
from being crippled for life by stepping on one.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's that too.
well, have you seen Taco Bell has their own croc out?
Really?
Yeah,
They have their own set of. Okay.
own set of Crocs.
I
Yeah,
didn't. Wow. Crocs are still a thing.
$85.
There's no way I'm paying $85 for a set of Crocs like that. That's just not happening.
Apparently, you can rent out Taco Bells to get married in.
Really?
My son wanted to. My
You can do that with
daughter-in-law
McDonald's as well.
struck that down.
Obviously,
Right quick.
yeah, I was going to say, obviously someone else
Good
in this,
for
in this
her.
in this party said, heck no, this isn't happening. Okay, that's fair.
Well,
Now-
they still ended up hiring an insane officiant. So
Oh.
See, I can
Oh.
understand.
They got
I can
Nick.
understand wanting to have a
but
wedding.
they didn't elope in Las Vegas like most couples do, right?
no,
Okay, good.
they actually ended up getting married in their backyard.
Oh,
I
well,
could,
By
I can
me.
understand wanting to
Oh,
have.
by you. Okay. I thought
Oh,
they got
there's-
Nick Tuckert.
I was like, who else was doing the officiating? Never mind.
I could understand wanting to have a wedding in a Starbucks. Because no, they got cakes.
That everyone needs to be awake for the ceremony. So
they
they
got coffee.
Covfefe, as
It's-
Brian K. Morris likes to tell us, Covfefe.
The only
We
problem
love
is all the people in the drive-through.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a lot of mocha javas that people would have to.
I'm a coffee person. I wouldn't even do that.
You wouldn't do it? Okay. Well, that's
No.
fair. I can give you that. Just out of
What about
curiosity, though,
What about Waffle House?
I would
I
totally
haven't been
do
there
it.
yet, so I can't make that.
I would
determination yet.
totally do it at Waffle House, man. We got a Waffle House 10 miles up the road from here.
Now all you need, now all you
I now
need is a
pronounce you
fiance.
smothered, covered, chunked, and diced.
That's
Okay.
right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we would do it 10 miles from the house, man. I would do it. See, look at him. Oh, not the green room. There we go. Okay, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Oh,
We're
wait,
going into
sorry.
inappropriate content territory. Yeah, and it's not the L. What does it say? LMS. Last Man Standing, for those of us keeping track of the score at home. By the way, Dawn, have you seen all of Ahsoka?
We
And
watched
what did you
the
think of
whole
it? What did you think of it overall?
It was good.
Yeah.
A couple episodes were a little bit slow, but I thought it was good.
I'm actually glad that they showed a Force user that didn't have a lightsaber. That was kind of just
Yeah.
somebody that uses the Force that isn't using it as a weapon. Doesn't have a weapon associated with it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Ezra did it, and then at the very end, for some reason, she's only been training less than a week, but Sabine was able to use the Force. And I'm like, what? You've only been training for less than a week?
No, she was
Yeah.
training before.
Yeah,
There's
she's
some Force
somewhat.
users who can use the Force quite well before they even learn anything about the Force, because the Force can be a very natural phenomenon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you very rarely see that in Star Wars. You never see just the average bartender, sliding
You don't
beers
see
down the
Oga
bar
at the
with the
cantina
Force,
being like, hey, I can use the Force too. Hey, we don't serve their kind here. What? You're droids. They'll have to wait outside. We don't want them here.
There you go.
You're going to have to wait outside. We don't want any trouble. I totally agree with you, sir. Sorry, can't help it. I've seen A New Hope too many times to count.
That's all
Anyone
right.
else do that?
There was a droid bar around the corner. They just didn't get mentioned because of the editing.
Was there? Oh, I forgot about that. It's funny. We're actually going to be doing a new series called The Nerdy Cantina.
Ryan, I made it up.
Oh, you did? Okay. See, I don't catch on to half of what Dan Hollyfield says. So this is why you should
It
never
might-
have me on the show.
Ted might have built that into his Tatooine.
Can you hold up that sign again, Rich, where it says hashtag not the green room, please? Because that's just NC-17 waiting to happen. Thank you. Appreciate the signage there, brother. Yeah, we're doing a new show called Nerdy Cantina. We're going to draw questions from this box full of cards and ask random questions that are Star Wars themed. So that's going to be a barrel of laughs. That'll be fun, right?
More fun than a barrel of Wookiees.
Yeah. Will someone get this big walking carpet out of my way? I'm sorry. I've seen that movie too many
It
times.
won't be me. You ask him. Emphasis on ask.
Hey, you know
There
what,
was
Dan?
this-
Why don't you just go ahead and laugh it up, fuzzball?
There was this
I
one lady.
wondered.
There was this lady. She was a Star Wars fan, and
Yeah.
she bought a talking Chewbacca mask.
Oh my God, she was hilarious.
I've seen those, by the way. I've seen.
Chewbacca mom.
Yeah,
Chewbacca mom.
and she
Oh,
was
what?
laughing so hard.
And
but it was
she was laughing so hard she couldn't drive her car. Okay,
She
it was
couldn't drive her
like-
own vehicle.
Yes.
Wow.
It's just I couldn't get the car started.
That's unfortunate.
So
Because every time she went to start the car, it made Chewbacca noises.
Oh God.
I'm wondering,
Hmm?
in the Star Wars universe,
Yes.
is there Wookiee nip?
Oh no, what we
Yeah, it's
need
right
is
next to
Jawa
Ewok
nip.
nip.
What we need is Jawa nip.
Oh, Wookiee nip is their Greedo nip. I mean, going to do it. Yes, Greedo. As a matter of fact, I was just going to see your boss.
You want Chewbacca to do something? Go get it, boy.
Tell Jabba I got his money.
What do you think
Way
the
to go,
Ewoks
Chewie.
would take
Always
then?
thinking of your stomach.
Yeah, great job, Chewie. Always thinking with your. That's right. You know what, John? I don't get it. It's just a dead animal.
Better
Now
you, Zach, today than me.
Now I'm confused.
No.
Is someone playing with the buttons on the Millennium Falcon again? What the frack was that all about?
I was trying to delete a video and it
Jeez.
kept wanting to play.
Deleting my anthem. Deleting my anthem.
What the heck?
Hey, you said
thought
don't
you-
play it
I
anymore.
was about ready to say,
You
isn't
just
Canada
gave-
Day like closer to the 10th?
Wasn't Canada Day yesterday? Or
Like
2 days
Yeah.
ago?
it was
Aren't
4
you
days
pretty much
ago, 3
done with
months ago.
Canada, Zach?
Oh, 4
Okay.
days ago,
4
3
days
months
ago, 3
Oh, no,
months
it-
ago, right?
It's
Thank
Canadian
you, Zach.
Thanksgiving that's right around the corner.
Canadian
Yeah,
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving
yes.
Which is
Monday.
that way. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
pointing in
hey.
the wrong direction.
Hey, Zach, what is Boxing Day?
Yeah, what does that mean anyway?
It's our Black Friday that y'all copied and decided to put at Thanksgiving because you're greedy.
Oh, okay. Do you
So
celebrate Boxing Day? Like, do you do something special or?
So Boxing Day is literally what you guys do on Black Friday, but the idea was it initiated after Christmas and everything like extra that you had, you boxed up and gave away to the homeless. And then stores are like, well, we have extra, so we're gonna like put it at 50% off so you can buy it. So that's where Boxing Day came
Oh.
from. And that got
Wow.
taken and moved after Thanksgiving in the States as a sales holiday to help surge Christmas.
I was
That's
not aware of
completely
that.
different from the version of that I understand from my wife. It's where you take all the presents you don't want, make sure you've got the receipts, and take them back to the store and get some
Box them
money.
up and take them back to the store. Yeah.
I mean, that's what people do now, and then they go buy the stuff that's on sale. Half the time, you take what you got for Christmas back, and then buy the same thing again, but it's at half price.
Really?
So it doesn't have any.
Wow.
It doesn't have anything to do with Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. All right.
Who?
More's
My
the
God.
pity.
Uh,
Don't you mean Cassius Clay?
There goes Frazier.
have y'all heard Sesame Street's gotten a little bit of trouble?
What? Oh no!
Again?
What happened this
How
time? What happened?
so?
What did they
All
do?
I'm gonna do is play the clip.
Oh no! We're gonna get censored, guys.
Oh,
They
already
Lord.
It's a whole 7 seconds, so it's under the limit.
Oh, it is under the limit. Okay.
Okay. I just
Fair
want you
use.
to tell me what Grover says.
Oh, Grover. Okay, got it.
Oh, fine.
You know,
I know
I would expect this from Elmo, but not Grover.
I know who Grover is. I got it.
All right. Listen closely. What does he say?
I move it to follow you.
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. All right.
Did he say move the camera?
That's an excellent idea.
Did he say move the camera? Did he say move?
I
No,
heard moon.
You didn't hear what Grover said?
I thought he
That's
said
okay.
move. I thought he said move the camera, and that
I
sounds like
heard
an excellent
moon the
idea.
camera. Like, why
I
are we
think
mooning?
they didn't hear what I heard then, Joe Dog, because I think I heard what
You-
you think that everybody else thought that they heard.
Can we play it again? Can we do a replay on that?
Well, we got to wait a few.
Darn
We
it.
got to wait a minute or two, you know,
Man,
just to
I
sort
need
of
to hear
let
it again because I thought I heard him say move the camera. That's an excellent idea. Like I thought that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Well, there was
yeah,
another word in there.
yeah.
Did you hear it too, Rich?
I didn't hear
Okay.
it. I'm completely blank here, fellas.
Zach heard it.
No,
Grover,
I heard
Grover was
mooning.
my boy. Grover was my boy back in the day, and that just
I got to.
makes sure that he's still my boy. You know.
I need a replay of that because I feel like
Dan,
that.
Dan, did you hear it?
I didn't hear crap.
I heard a bunch
Wow.
of things, but I don't know that my brain sorted them correctly.
I heard words like moon, move the camera.
Yeah,
and that's an
yeah.
excellent-
The little character on the right
Yeah,
or
the
on the
green.
left says, and I move the camera to follow you.
Yeah.
And then Grover speaks.
Yeah, you gotta listen to what he's saying.
It's what Grover says.
I move it to follow you.
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. All right.
I heard move the camera. I didn't hear anything
heard
illegal.
move the camera.
Listening to the right spot.
I am listening. Like
That's a fucking excellent idea. That's what he says. Or
Oh,
sounds
that is
like.
good. He dropped the F-bomb in there?
I would
sounds like-
expect that. I would expect that of Gonzo, but not Grover. No.
He drops an F-bomb in this scene?
Yes.
I would have
How?
expected that out of Fozzie.
Well, Fozzie's a comedian, so he's
Oscar.
No, well, Oscar.
Yeah, definitely
Oscar.
Oscar.
The Grouch.
Oscar, I'm
he,
surprised.
I think Oscar would drop a mother in front of that too.
if you put Oscar on a late night talk show where there's no boundaries, he would definitely curse up a storm.
Oh, he would do George Carlin's 7 little words.
You mean the 7 deadly words you're not supposed to say on the air? Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen
Oscar
that
the
clip
Grouch
too.
show. He could take over the Tonight
has
Show.
anybody
Oscar,
noticed-
late night television coming to HBO.
Or
Hey,
well, in this
hey,
case, it's called Max.
has anybody noticed the chat has died?
Yeah, whatever happened to that too?
It's because everyone's on here.
Isn't that because everybody's
No,
I think
Carl and
everybody-
Donna are on there.
Carl,
Not Carl and Donna.
I
are
think
dead already.
Carl may have had to run down the hall, and
See whether or not Donna's breathing.
I think honestly, I think the chat went to sleep. I think they're all in bed. Donna and Carl are.
That's never
only
stopped them
7:30.
before.
Oh, Brandon says I just
Look,
walked.
Brandon, hey.
So hi, Brandon.
oh,
Good to see you.
Brandon,
he says-
you just missed it.
all right,
Oh.
Carl.
Oh, recorded Grover.
Carl, send that file over to me in the DMs because I need to listen to that again.
That-
Like
That's
my ears
gonna-
would be really close.
That's going to show up on Nevermind the Furthermore with some extra verbiage, I'm sure.
What's his fate with Nick Tockert? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm slowing it down later. Thank you, Carl. Send me the file when you're
Hi,
done.
Nick.
Look, there's Nick.
DM me the file when you're finished there, Carl.
More than
Hello,
one person on
Nicholas.
Facebook?
We
Oh,
just
Nick,
mentioned you.
Nick says you're all never really alone. Well, I guess that's true because we are in the midst of what is known as spooky season for those of you following at home. So, which reminds me, that means I got to rewatch for the millionth time, and I have no shame in saying this. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Hey, that's
That's
tradition.
okay.
I mean, that's tradition. I got no shame in that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
No.
there's that. There's what's
You
got
got to
Teenagers
watch
from
Michael
Outer
Jackson's
Space.
Thriller.
the Thriller video that came out in the 80s. Yeah, there's
Now,
Thriller.
what was the second one called?
The second one?
They had Thriller and they had one after it.
Was it
It's a haunted house thing.
It's not Wannabe Starting Something. It's
I can't remember what it was called. now.
shoot. Is it Scream? It's called Scream? No, it's not. It's called something else. I can't remember it. Oh, Brandon says Nightmare Before Christmas is another tradition for them. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what's
Coming
the
back to theaters.
Oh, it's coming back to theaters. Is it the 30th this year? The 30th anniversary?
I may actually have to come off the wall and go see. I've never seen it on the big screen, and it's got that scream's got to watch on big screen.
Neither have
What's
I.
that-
I've only seen it on VHS.
What's that movie with Bette Midler and
Witches of Eastwick.
No, Bette Midler.
Sorry, I was thinking of Cher.
Beaches.
No, the
Beaches.
Halloween one.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
Thank
Hocus
you.
Pocus. There's a sequel that came out, believe it or not, for that.
It wasn't bad.
Don't get Tucker.
Is it
started
out?
on the sequel.
I didn't know it was out yet.
Yeah,
I thought they
Hocus
were-
It was out. It was.
No.
It was out last year. Yeah.
No one asked
Actor.
for it. No one wanted it, but it happened
Hocus
anyway,
Pocus
guys.
3 is next year, I believe, or the year after.
They made a third one?
They're working on it right now.
Oh, what
It
are these?
wasn't that bad.
What are these actresses doing?
Needing money.
Yeah, but
Making money.
The cow.
Sarah Jessica Parker can do like a Sex in the. Isn't she doing a Sex in the City reboot or something?
Sort. It's a spin-off.
Ugh. Like she's
Hocus
doing
Pocus
that.
in the city.
Bette
Just remember,
Midler
most of
didn't
them
do
have lost
anything
their
because
writer.
she has plenty of money. And then who was the third one? Kathy Najimy. I mean, she does like TV show appearances nowadays.
Well, the Sanderson sisters met their final match
Did they?
at the end of 2.
Oh,
But
okay.
did they?
Apparently they didn't die because they're making a third one.
Well, it might not be following them. It might be following the witch that brought them into the coven and the new kid from last year's,
Oh.
and pivoting off there and going.
So then we can have 5 more movies, a couple TV shows,
5 more
a
movies,
live
3 TV
special.
shows, and a spin-off.
Yeah,
You got to have a live Broadway show.
I heard it was supposed to be a Broadway show originally.
Ooh, aren't they filming Wicked as a movie now?
Yeah.
Or is that
I
in
heard they were-
development hell?
That's in development hell, but they were going to make a Wicked movie for a long time, like a really long time.
They did a couple years ago.
Oh, they did make a movie out of it?
I saw it. Oh, Wicked Part 1 comes out 2024 as a musical fantasy. There was a Wicked that came out not that many years ago, though, in theater.
Are you sure you're thinking of the right Wicked, or are you thinking of Oz the Great and Powerful with James Franco?
I don't think so.
Wicked was running on Broadway for a long time.
That was Broadway.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Yeah.
Didn't it just close?
Did it?
There was a couple
not sure,
of shows in Broadway that just closed recently.
Lindsay's oldest daughter can sing everything in that musical.
Phantom finally closed recently.
Ooh, yeah. The Phantom of the Opera? Yeah, man.
That was the one.
That one's
Be
been
right
going
back.
forever. That's a long one. You know, I haven't been to a Broadway show in decades, but I do hope to see Back to the Future. I do hope to see that. That sounds like a
Wicked
lot.
had 10 days left of filming when the strike started.
Ooh,
And
man.
it had 100 and what are we at? 56 days now that it's supposedly wrapped up.
It's getting there, Man, well,
Supposedly it's done, but a lot of writers aren't coming back. Drew Barrymore has lost her 3 writers for her show that she announced this morning.
yeah. Now she's got to find herself a new team.
Yeah, she says she's still going live in a week, though. She said, I'll see you on the 14th with no writers.
Boy, she's been really contradicting herself the last couple of weeks. First, she says she was in support of the strike, and then she's trying to go live when the writer's strike is still going on, and then the writers.
The writer's strike's over.
Yeah, but I know. But what I'm saying is, like,
yeah,
she's been kind of like saying, "Hey, I'm in support of it, but I still want to go back on the air, so I'm going to go back on the air anyway." And then she's saying, "No, I'm in complete support of everybody." She's going back and forth, and I'm like, Drew, honey,
she should just go live, play Monopoly with her audience. People would still watch.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking to myself, Drew, you've been in this business long enough to realize you got to support the unions, pal. Like, you can't just, come on.
Well, the thing is, her writers were non-union writers.
Oh, okay, I got it. But still, it's like, you're going back and forth. You're kind of contradicting yourself. It's not going to make you look good.
She doesn't need to look good. It's Drew Barrymore.
Well, I mean, I would still think that she'd like to have a good reputation. Because right now her reputation's kind of, shoddy. But she can.
Hey,
Oprah,
I was watching
Drew.
tonight, she climbed up on David Letterman's desk and flashed him.
Wait a minute, Drew did that or somebody else?
Yes.
Drew Barrymore.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
I saw it as it happened.
That was a long time ago too, man.
Yeah.
But
she brings
but
it up.
Oprah, Ellen, and Drew Barrymore. It doesn't matter what they do; they're still going to have a cult following.
Sadly,
Ellen's lost a lot of hers.
Yeah, I hope Ellen loses everybody because, man, the way she treats everyone, that's just terrible. That's despicable behavior.
But there's still enough gluttons out there that would gladly sing for her.
12
I mean,
days of giveaways. anyone would like anyone that's giving away a car for 12 days.
Oprah did that once. Not 12 days, but she did give everyone a car in the audience that one time.
And a house.
And that was a whole to-do in itself, too, when you read the background of all that.
Yeah, she was like, hey, I'll give you a car, but I'm not going to pay the insurance.
Well, yeah.
See, up here we have Roll Up the Rim at one of our coffee shops.
Mm-hmm.
It came out about 5 or 6 years ago that if you win Roll Up the Rim, you win a car, except it's a 1-year lease.
Oh.
You don't actually win the brand new car, but they don't tell you that until you're picking it up. Yeah, you win a 1-year lease of a new car.
Yeah, you win a 1-year lease, and then you got to pay it all on the backside.
And you still have to pay taxes for the value of winning a new car.
Really? Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's just rotten.
Is that one use plastic?
No, we banned plastic. See, everything's cardboard now.
Well, how does your credit cards work now?
Plastic.
Yeah, we banned plastic.
But they're not single use. You can swipe them more than once.
Well, that's
Depends
that's
on how
good to
much
know.
spend.
You can swipe your card back and forth as many times.
I mean, when was the last time you swiped a credit card, though?
True.
Oh,
Everyone
happening
just
now.
sticks them in a machine. Or they do. What's the thing they call
Just the
it?
other day.
Tap and pay. Tap and
Yeah,
pay.
they just tap.
Or ching, and then just.
Or you pay with your watch or your phone or your glasses.
Oh, there's one guy. Oh,
Does anyone pay with their smartwatch?
at a Ben's soft pretzel.
Yeah.
And thing said tap and pay. So I tapped my card.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go through. Tapped it again. Didn't go through. The guy's like, it's not tap it 20 times. You press it up against it for 30 seconds. I'm like, that's not tap. That's press or that's hold.
It's tap with duration.
That's a tap. That's hold. So he and I, and he was getting really snarky, and I was about ready to tell him, charge me my money back, take the food, and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Wow. On the road again.
Get out unchewed, okay?
I'm like, child, you are younger than most of my children.
Beer.
Well, goodness gracious. Carl says it's not tap, it's slide it. I'm not going to say that word, Carl. Blank and blank over the machine. Okay. Once again, hashtag not the green room, Carl.
There's nothing wrong with that word.
It's not? Okay. I just want to make sure we can still be on the air. He says it's not tab, it's slide it sexily over the machine, caress it.
You hear some of them that comes out of our mouths on these shows. Speaking of today, I went to go to a friend's house.
If I could say cocksucking motherfucker and then not get knocked off the air, I think we're good.
We're good, Joe Dog. We're good.
I went over to a friend's house to work on my costume today for HallowCon, and she's like, "Where did she was asking me HallowCon and stuff?" And I'm like, "Here, to get my phone out." I'm like, "Here, listen to this." So we were listening to the infamous Last Man Standing while we were making my costume, working on my costume today, and she was laughing, she was crying.
What's the costume you're going to be wearing this year?
We have that effect on people.
Oh, you're not going to give us the spoiler? You're not going to give us an exclusive? Why not?
No,
we're all
because
friends here.
It's got something to do with Joe Dog channeling Richard Pryor there for a second. But
it's a surprise. Is that
Last Man Standing. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll kiss $6 goodbye.
Oh,
I
and
wish.
then you'll be hungry for tacos afterwards.
Did y'all see that link
You started it.
or that advertisement from Temu that I posted on?
Wow. I think Rich has a sign for everything in this studio.
He's working on it.
Well, way to go, Rich. You know what, Rich? I like the professionalism in you.
You need to color that one in, Rich.
I will actually. I've got a much larger one that I printed off of the font I created off of my wacky little block script thing. So I will get that colored and
you should
scanned.
get the fake $20 and cut them up, and then put that as the writing.
I like the signage and the creativity and the professionalism, Rich. I really do. Well done, my friend.
Rich went so far as to make his own font for that now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So all he's got to do is type it and put it in Paint and color it. Not Paint 3D, but Paint.
Yeah, Donna, that's going to be an interesting episode, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It'll work out. It's going to be a great show. Listen, I could be walking into a trap.
I just read Donna's.
Listen, Donna, it could be a trap I could be walking into, or it could be something else. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to having her on the show. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And hey, I enjoy meeting new people every week on the show anyway. So it's a chance for our viewers or listeners, for that matter, to meet somebody new. So, Christy, if you're watching, look forward to having you.
Ryan, I'm just wondering why there's an Elvis song playing in my head right now.
Oh, the other song?
An Elvis song.
Oh, an Elvis song. Excuse me. I was like, where's he going with this? I'm confused. Oh, real? Is that true, Carl? Is that okay? Well, you know what? I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I will cross the bridge. The thing.
I think you may be going a bridge too far.
Maybe. There it is. There's another sign.
That was made for my font.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that. I will cross that bridge when I get there, Carl. Donna, I'm looking at you, by the way. Thank you.
Much more legible.
You know what, Carl? I always give everyone the spiel before I do a show, so don't worry. I tell everyone in my green room, the backstage area of my studio, what's going on. So we'll be fine.
Bit of sad news in the world.
What happened?
Football player and Hall of Famer Dick Butkus died.
Oh wow!
Oh heaven!
He was also a helicopter mechanic on Airwolf.
Really?
Yeah.
The Airwolf? Wow.
On the TV series.
How many of them were there? Only the one, as far as I know, is a collector's item.
It was the two football players. Him and Bubba Smith played the mechanics on the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then Dana Carvey played.
Dana was on this?
Jaffo.
No kidding. Wow. Okay. I think it's streaming for free on Tubi. Airwolf is.
Well,
no, not Airwolf. Blue Thunder. My bad.
Oh, Blue Thunder. I'm sorry.
Airwolf. I'm sorry. Wrong helicopter.
Oh, Blue Thunder. Gotcha.
You heard about what happened to Airwolf, didn't you?
What?
After the series, it was sold to a company in Europe that used it as an air ambulance.
Oh, jeez.
And it crashed and killed all aboard.
Oh,
that's unfortunate. If you don't mind me saying so.
So that no longer exists. So if you ever see, somebody with at some show with saying this is Airwolf, bullshit.
Wow, I was not aware of this.
It was a Bell Air Executive, which was like their top end helicopter at the time.
Wasn't Blue Thunder Roy Scheider?
Yeah.
Yes, the movie was.
Speaking of Roy Scheider, I am in the process of watching Sequest DSV with Roy Scheider. And I got to tell you, I'm only 8 episodes into this whole thing, but I'm telling you, Sequest is darn good. It's entertaining. The theme song's great.
Yes, it was.
Listen, the effects we all know are dated, but the way the effects worked with what they had to work with and the way the ship looks, like the interiors of the ship, I would be more than happy to hang out with that crew on a Sequest DSV because it's literally, you could subscribe it as Star Trek underwater. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool with it because Roy Scheider is great. His character is fantastic. The character arcs for certain characters is well done. I like Sequest DSV.
The stories start going all over the place.
Yeah, in seasons 2 and 3.
After a while, I won't throw any spoilers. I won't throw any spoilers out there, but it gets wild. 2 and 3,
I hear it goes off the rails. I do have season 1 on DVD.
I was much more fond of the first season than everything after.
That's what everyone says to me. They're like, "Yeah, first season was great," and then it just goes off the rails.
I don't know about off the rails, but
that's what I heard.
It was more. It was less. Each was a standalone episode. It was more interconnected to the episode.
It was a storyline.
So it was
there's a story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I enjoyed that more than the independent stories every week.
Okay. I mean, I'm just getting into
it.
But it's
some
enjoyable.
people some people do the shows like that so that they can do the get it in the independent markets that are not going to show them all in order. So if you want that market, you have to make things that don't depend on being shown in order. Any episode at any given time.
Yeah. It's been fun so far. I'm enjoying it. It's a good adventure time. It's just fun.
Did you hear what happened in Chattanooga last night?
What happened in Chattanooga last night?
What did happen?
We did. A FedEx cargo plane made an emergency crash landing at our airport. Fortunately, no one was killed and the aircraft is recoverable. They had a landing gear malfunction.
Ooh.
That's not anything you want to have
malfunction. Yeah, they did not. But they walked away from it, but they're going to have fun trying to get that airplane out the way.
Hello, Keisha. Good to see you.
Yeah, it did a belly landing.
Oh dear.
That's unfortunate. Well,
Now we're
That is
talking
not
a
good.
737, I think.
was it?
737 or 760. I don't think it was 760. I think it was
67. Yeah,
737.
they're flying 67s now.
But was it a 67? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. I'm glad everyone, you said everyone was safe from this incident. So
Everyone was okay. Just
that's.
beat up on an airplane.
Phew.
And now guess what? Everything on that aircraft is now considered salvage. So people ain't getting their packages.
Oh boy.
Good thing I didn't order anything from FedEx recently.
I'm glad
that's
my
being-
stuff was delivered today.
Oh, hey,
Or
hey, Joe.
that's being shipped by FedEx, excuse
Joe, it was a 757.
A 57. Okay.
57.
57 plane? That's interesting.
It would be nice if they give their planes names instead of numbers that all sound alike. So.
Yeah. That might be interesting.
Well, I know when it is 10:30.
I don't think it's 10:30 yet.
No, 10:30. The FedEx plane flies over my house, headed to Memphis, with a load of
Oh, you mean?
Amazon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I mean, you can damn near set your watch to it.
Okay. Wow, 10:30.
Well,
That's one way of going.
that blows that out of the water.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, sorry. I was talking about my iPad, not the
You're right.
current topic. Yes, my iPad got down to 30% and then crashed.
Mm.
And I turned the power supply on, and now I can't get back to the stupid o'clock chat.
Uh-oh.
It shows me one of the other channels, not the channel I was on. So,
Well,
it'll be all right.
might want to look into that. But I will say, speaking of first-time things here, because I don't know if anyone's seen this one or not, but I've been watching a couple of films, some of them for the first time this week. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yes.
That is a funny, like, I didn't really. I mean, I've never seen it before. I've only seen bits and pieces, but that movie was pretty darn good and funny. Like, that's whatever happened to. I mean, Shane Black did the nice. I haven't seen the Nice Guys yet from Shane Black, but I will say we need more. Like, that movie is so funny. Like, honestly, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. was like doing a meta version of Tony Stark before Iron Man came out. I'm thinking, man, this guy, like, he didn't even come back onto the map, for me anyway, until 2008's Iron Man. But man, he was killing it in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That was like, I mean, honestly, I think that played a huge part in him getting the part.
Oh, drat. Ryan, I'm sorry. I had that confused with Faster Pussycat for some strange reason. I do not know.
No, well, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a fun movie if anyone hasn't seen it yet. It's really good. I mean, the next time I see Val Kilmer at a convention, I'm going to have him sign my Kiss Kiss Bang Bang Divida. Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
That is Robert Downey Jr.'s favorite movie of his own.
Really?
Yes.
His favorite one is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's a good pick. It's pretty darn good. Has anyone else seen it? Have you seen it, Dan? Zach?
No,
Rich?
no, I haven't.
You haven't seen it. You should look it up.
That
It's pretty
explains
good.
why I got it confused with a Roger Corman movie from long ago.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, you should check out Kiss Kiss
just from
Bang
the
Bang. It's
title.
pretty good. Came out in 2005. Yeah. Pretty good stuff. It's really funny. It's got RDJ, Val Kilmer, and even young up-and-coming at the time, Michelle Monaghan.
Yep.
As the love interest. Anyone familiar with Michelle Monaghan? She's been in a lot of good things over the years. Mission Impossible. She was in the Mission Impossible franchise as Ethan Hunt's wife.
Oh, what was the one with Will's iRobot with Will Smith?
No, well, she wasn't in that. That was Bridget Moynihan.
Well, Bridget Moynihan.
Yeah, the one from who's the ADA on Blue Bloods.
She was also in Coyote Ugly.
Yes, she was young, up and coming at the time in Coyote Ugly with
She
my
was the
girl.
one that
Piper
had
Perabo.
the temper issues.
Yes, the one with anger management issues. Yes. What was it? Bridget Moynihan, Maria Bello, a young up and coming. I still would marry her to this day. Piper Perabo, if you're watching, I love you. What is it? Tyra Banks was in that as one of the bartenders, and who else? Someone else made an appearance in that. I'm trying to think. John Goodman was in it as Piper Perabo daddy, as the
Yep.
Fasha. So that was cool. Yeah, Coyote. Man, Dawn, that's good throwback, girl. Coyote Ugly. That's another cool
One
movie.
of Donna's favorite movies.
Is it? Wow. Fantastic. Good taste, man. Coyote Ugly is a good film. And it was Piper Perabo's, that was her. That's how people got to know her, is from that movie. And then she did the Rocky and Bullwinkle live action CGI hybrid movie that no one remembers really but me. And then she grew on to do even bigger stuff like Covert Affairs on USA Network for 4 or 5 seasons. That was a great underrated drama. Has anyone ever seen Covert Affairs? That's a great TV series.
No.
That's
I was
really
watching
good. White Collar.
Burn Notice at the time.
Yeah, that was during the Blue Sky era. Yeah, Burn Notice. You had White Collar. You had Covert Affairs. You had Graceland. You had Suits. Suits was another great drama.
Suits was a good one. What's his name?
What, Harvey Specter?
No,
There's a half-naked man behind me.
It's all right. I didn't see anything,
Is he
guys.
bringing you ice cream?
No, he was just.
The views might go up.
Are you bringing the ice cream?
What was the actor you were thinking of, John? Or the person?
Played in the Spirit.
Yeah, Gabriel Macht.
Gabriel Macht. Thank you.
Yes, he was Harvey Specter.
Oh.
The character of Harvey Specter on Suits. That's who Gabriel Macht played.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I can bring up these fun facts. Let me see here. Who was it? Carl says, I'm having fun with this clip. Rich tuned in Friday night. Oh, my gosh. Oh, the Grover clip said, it sounds like an excellent idea. Full speed, it turns into self. That's what it. Oh.
Sorry, that should have been something else.
Oh, sorry. I was like, where's he going with that? Got it. There was another movie I saw for the first time, and you can watch it for free on YouTube. First Night. With Richard Gere and
Sean Connery and
and Julia Ormond. Julia Ormond was Guinevere. You remember that?
We've got that on DVD around here somewhere.
Oh, do you?
It might be in the storage unit across the street.
I thought the movie was all right. I think the love story was forced, though. The love story was very much forced between Julia Ormond and Gere because Julia.
I don't think it was Gere's best work.
I will say this: I feel the love story was very much forced, and I don't think Guinevere, the character, Julia Ormond's a great actress. There's no doubt, but she wanted nothing to do with that guy. Like Richard Gere kept forcing himself. I'm not going into the green room territory here, Carl, but like down her throat, like you love me, just make out with me. Like Julia Ormond was having none of it until the very end of the movie, and I'm thinking, okay, this was completely forced. She wanted to marry Arthur for noble reasons, not to bed with him, but just to make the kingdom better and stuff. But what's his face? Richard Gere's character, what was his name? Was it Lancelot? Lancelot wouldn't let it go. He wouldn't let it go. And I'm like, dude, if the girl doesn't want you, let it go, man. Seriously, that relationship was so forced in that movie.
Yeah,
that was my biggest problem.
I didn't like Gere's portrayal. I didn't like the way Lancelot was written, and I felt it was just...
Yeah, it was weird.
It's not the Arthurian legend I'm used to and I like.
Because Lancelot was a known knight when Arthur first met him. It was not anything about coming up out of the gutter and becoming a knight. He was well known.
His accent wasn't very good either in the movie. I'm referring to Richard Gere. Connery's Connery, and Julia Ormond knows how to do it. But Richard Gere's accent, you ever notice that, Rich? His accent wasn't very good either. It's like he barely had one.
There's certain actors that should not try to do anything except an American accent. I feel Richard Gere is one of them. He's a good actor.
That is also the reason for the line in Robin Hood Men in Tights. And I speak with a British accent.
Because unlike other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent.
Yeah. Kevin Costner couldn't do it.
Because he actually is English to begin with. So.
Yeah, Kevin Costner couldn't do it, even though Rickman was like, Loxley, I'm going to cut your heart out with a spoon.
Why a spoon, cousin? Why not an axe or a knife? Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more.
It hurts more. It hurts more. I don't understand these people sometimes, but yeah. And then
Yeah,
it's
if
funny.
you want to see a good King Arthur movie,
Yeah, I know. I need to see Excalibur. I know.
Excalibur,
I know.
John Borman's finest work.
I know.
I hated
need
that
to
one.
see Excalibur before I die.
I absolutely hated that one.
Well, I
And
still need to
I
see
saw
it.
it in the theater, and I was in the SCA at the time.
I need to see that one, John.
How about the Holy Grail?
Which one?
That's the second best one. Okay.
The
Monty Python and the Holy
Monty
Grail.
Python and the Holy
That's
Grail. Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
D&D game
Is
as it ends. Yes.
Every D&D, thank you.
That was every Tuesday through Sunday night for me for most of my high school years.
Really? Wow.
And I'm not talking watching the movie. I'm talking having the antics and the immature thought processes of the characters.
That's interesting.
I will forever be grateful to George Harrison for mortgaging his house to pay for that movie. Which is an actual fact.
Oh, they had to mortgage the property to pay for the okay.
Yeah, George Harrison believed in Holy Grail so much.
Wow.
He mortgaged his house to
Just
pay for
like
the film.
Somewhat, not entirely similar, but somewhat similar to how Kevin Smith made Clerks by selling off all his comic books to have enough money to make the movie.
Yeah, that was a labor of love right there. I bet he cried over every single one he had to put back in the plastic sleeve and put a price tag on.
For
You were
Kevin
talking
Smith.
you were talking about westerns earlier.
Yes, we're going to be talking about westerns tomorrow night at Nerd Culture Channel. # always be promoting.
John Wayne's The Alamo. He did not want to play David Crockett originally. When he was producing it. He was putting a lot of money up for it.
Yeah.
And he wanted to play Sam Houston, which was a smaller role.
Mm-hmm.
That way he could devote more time to directing the movie. His first time directing.
Wow.
And the production company said, "No, we need you to be one of the big three characters. To have your name, as one of the stars."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so he eventually agreed to play David Crockett, and he got his friend Richard Boone to play Sam Houston in the movie. And he had so many problems trying to get that movie made. People kept backing out on money. He kept having to he had to mortgage all of his homes and his yacht to make that movie. He was going bankrupt making the movie. And Richard Boone, who's a friend of his, found out how deep in debt he was to make the movie. And he told John Wayne, says, "Tell you what, that paycheck you're going to give me?" Says, "Keep it on one condition." John Wayne goes, "What?" He says, "You know that jacket that Sam Houston wears in the movie?" He goes, "Yeah. Give me that and we'll call it even." So he did the movie for a leather jacket.
Hey,
Wow.
I've seen movies that I would do for that leather jacket that was in the movie. Yeah.
Wow. Man, the stories we hear about certain movies that almost never got made.
He couldn't find any place in the United States to make the movie. He couldn't find a set that would work for the Alamo or anything like that.
Wow.
So he was actually going to go to Mexico and do the movie down there because it would be cheaper to hire the Mexican extras in Mexico than it would be to hire people to play the Mexicans in the United States. The Daughters of the Alamo, an organization in Texas, threatened to boycott the movie.
Jeez.
If he went down and made the movie in Mexico. So he wound up actually having to build or have built an Alamo out in West Texas. Which actually was kind of funny because that set that they built has been used in so many different Westerns since then. It's not even funny. I think Lonesome Dove, a lot of Lonesome Dove was shot at the West Alamo.
Wow.
I can't. There's an Alamo Village, I believe is what it's called.
Really?
And I
was
think
not
it's
aware.
still standing. There was it got old, and it was they weren't keeping it up very well. I don't know if they ever renovated it because they were talking about tearing it down.
Wow. So that's fascinating. And then one of the first times I've heard this before in school and other places as well. Don't get me wrong. But there's this, when I think of the Alamo, one of the first things that comes to my mind is that line from that little indie film where he says, "Are you telling me you're the owner of the Bubba Gump Shrimp Corporation?" Yes, so we got more money than David Crockett. I'm just like,
We got more money than David Crockett.
Tom Hanks drops that on him. He's like, "Yes, sir, we got more money than David Crockett." Oh, I've heard some Bobbers in my time, but that top's small. So
Whenever I hear about the Alamo, I think about, is there really a basement in the Alamo?
yeah, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Yeah, is there a basement in the Alamo? There's no basement in the Alamo, Sally. Get out of here. And then he just walks off crying a bucket of tears.
Eat the ice cream, Don. Eat the ice cream.
Don, you can have ice cream on the show. It's okay. We're not going to judge. It's all
No,
right.
they'll judge. They
No, they're
judge.
not. Do I look like I'm going to judge you? No.
We're not judging. We're just watching very closely.
If you want to eat
Not
ice cream in
bad.
front of 20,000 people that are watching this show, you go right ahead.
Are you kidding? Carl just got opened his screen capture.
There, somewhere,
software.
What is it called?
somewhere
A
in
screen
Indiana,
grab?
there is a finger hovering aboard the print screen button. Okay.
No,
Illinois.
it's
Come
Illinois.
on, just
Oh,
do
Illinois.
Carl a favor. Just eat the ice cream. Just go ahead. Just have some.
But they're waiting for her to drop it down her shirt.
Again.
Excuse me, producers. What was that? I didn't catch that last part in the backstage area. Are they still talking to me back there? What are the producers saying again, Johnny? I can't hear them. I don't know. I'm kidding. I heard it.
I had some Alamo trivia that didn't have anything to do with the movie or history, but
Really?
y'all just keep going. I mean,
Oh,
it would
because
be.
Carl just made an interesting point about what's going to happen here in the next few seconds.
We're always judging Don.
Hey, there's your clock. You see the picture that Rich just
She's
showed you?
preparing the scoop.
There you go. There you go. Ice cream soup. That was an episode of Pee
Oh,
Wee's
there it
Playhouse
goes
back
in the
day.
mouth.
Oh, there it goes. Carl, where are you? Can we get Carl? Where's Carl?
See, Ryan, you missed out on this. About 2 weeks ago, Dawn was eating
There it
ice
is.
cream and missed her mouth.
Really?
No, I dropped the spoon.
It
that
fell
true?
off the spoon.
It really did?
You didn't miss
Yeah.
her mouth. It fell off the spoon.
Well, you know what they say, Dan. Life finds a way.
I mean, doesn't it always fall off the spoon, but normally in the mouth?
True.
Is that what?
And that squeal, and that
To give it
squeal,
credit, it was on the way.
and that
Okay.
squeal still hovers over Indiana,
Really?
Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Excuse us.
It's like ozone. It never goes away unless there's sufficient ultraviolet.
It's called the ozone layer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're
The
just.
O
lost
is
in
what
the
she
ozone again.
said.
And if you guys make me laugh, I'm going to choke on it because there's nuts in this because it's maple nut.
Sorry.
I mean, I have one thing that could get you back on the floor, but
Yeah, but we're not going to do that.
Please don't give me straight lines, Dawn.
No. And we're not going to do that, though.
I
By the
don't
way,
think Rich has seen that one yet, has he?
oh boy. Are you writing this down, Rich? No, I'm just kidding.
Rich, go ahead,
He's
Zach.
writing down
Go
his
ahead,
sign.
Zach.
He's writing
Rich
down his
hasn't
sign
seen
again.
this one.
Rich is making his new signs
That's where the
down.
head comes off.
Is that what happened? Nobody said anything.
Up.
Nobody
You
said
ran him
anything.
off, Don.
You missed the. Never mind. We're missing the point. By the way, how
He
Oh,
excited?
survived the green room. He survived. He can survive this.
Oh,
He'll
shit.
probably be back in like 20 minutes. What
You
was
asshole, Rich. You asshole.
What'd you do?
it's clearly something is going on
Oh,
behind
no.
closed
Oh
doors.
no! Oh no!
Private
Dan, I'm looking
chat.
at you.
Over
Because
in the
clearly
private
Ryan
chat.
has contributed this. I mean, I see the. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it because it's inappropriate.
But at least
Anyway,
it didn't involve Five Guys this time.
Yeah.
There were two weenies.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Can we have the sign up again, or the two signs that we normally carry around here? I don't know. Never mind.
3 signs. It's 3 now.
It's three
It's brought up
signs.
with 3
Thank you.
signs.
Someone make a note of that in Rich's notebook, please.
Here's your sign.
Thank you.
The green room.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you. See,
Not
this is
last man
why.
standing.
This is why I'm sending you. Where am I going with this? I'm sending you virtual high fives right now, Rich. This is where that's going.
You know what needs to go with this sign right here?
This one.
I need to make a
Special
sweet.
one of these.
I need to make-
really?
I need to make a sweet drizzle sign now.
Yeah, you do.
Sweet Drizzle's
Yeah.
not me. Sweet Drizzle ain't here.
We know what Rich is going to be
Not
Is
doing.
that
yet.
what's on your name card for HallowCon?
Speaking of
Better not be
which-
It would be on.
Sweet Drizzle.
It would be on Bachman's.
For everybody that was wondering why everybody just completely lost it, we clicked over to the little one number posted up in the private chat, and this is what we saw.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. Yeah, you're Carl. Carl, you're right, man. If this keeps up, this is what's gonna happen. Carl, he's right. He's right. You know,
Oh,
Carl's
why
right.
why does
That
Doug
doesn't
Clark
often
come
happen
to
with him,
mind?
but Carl's right in this case.
No, the green room will just get syndicated and absorb SOC and LMS.
I can't help it. Someone left me unsupervised for half a second.
Is that what they're gonna do? The programming lineup later on in the year, or is that next
Somebody
year?
left me unsupervised for half a century. Look what I get up
Coming
to.
soon to
Yeah,
Amazon.
look what you're getting out of it, Dan. By the way, I already know the answer to this question. This is a silly question, but how excited are you guys for HallowCon? Everyone excited?
Oh God, my
No,
wife
we're
is
not
in a
excited? We're
panic.
not?
Yes, excited.
Get to see people I haven't seen for a while. Get to meet people that I haven't met face to face yet.
Yeah.
Joe's excited for it to be over so he can sleep.
Yeah, Joe, so he can sleep for the
Like
next,
he's gonna sleep.
I'm
he's
trying
gonna
to figure
sleep
out
the
if I
next
got
8
enough
months when
okra.
this show's over.
He starts Sunday night planning for the next year.
Hey,
Carl,
Carl,
there's a
Actually, he's already planning for the
I was
next
going to say
year.
he's probably already planning 2025.
Are you planning 2025?
He's planning 30-25. What are you talking about?
Is that what Joe Dog is doing? Is okay. I guess I'm wrong then. By the way, Carl, there is a Kickstarter that's going on that's concerning putting shows on Roku. So let me know if you want the link. I'll send it to you, Carl.
Pops Van Zandt is
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Okay. I read that one completely wrong.
What'd you read?
Oh, geez, Carl, why?
Look,
Why?
I'm dyslexic, and I don't want to know what Joe Dog thought it said.
What did you
Carl.
think it said, Joe Dog?
Not that.
Why did
I don't
Carl
think
have
he's. I don't think you saw with. I think you saw on.
What
Carl,
did
why
you
No, no.
Did anyone else read that?
The R and the I were a G and an O.
Sorry. Jeez. I see what you're getting at, Carl.
Gas,
Thanks
grass,
for-
or ass, right?
Really?
Of course, my dyslexia also had. I saw Donna's first before I saw that.
Oh, Donna's comic came up before that. Never mind.
And then I read Carl's comment.
And Carl, the day you're innocent, I want to meet that judge.
That's the day heck freezes over. Honestly, that's the day that
Hey,
H.
if I can't convince people I'm innocent, how do you think you can convince people you're innocent, Carl?
I mean, he says he's innocent this time, according to Carl in the chat. I don't
This
know if anyone
time, yeah.
That. Yeah, this particular time, but
I'll give you this time, Carl.
you
I
I
was Joe
can-
Dog on this occasion.
I can see that I'm going to be drinking the espresso tomorrow when I get to work, and not the regular coffee.
Ooh, it's one of those days, huh?
No, it's going to be last man standing for the first time in about 3 weeks.
Oh, right, because of the
The
schedule's
computer stuff, yeah.
right, because of the technical snafus. Yeah. Okay. I hope you enjoy that, by the way. Hope that's fun for you.
What
The
the
tech-
I mean,
technical
it always
snafus?
is, but that's like saying water is wet, but it's always fun. Last man standing is always fun. I'm sure it is. I've never been
Yeah,
there,
'cause you just
but
dropped
I've
the
heard
head.
that.
You know, Ryan, this is not the green room, so I'm not going to touch that line.
I'm sorry, but it's just an expression. I wasn't getting at an NC-17 line for the green room for Carl to use. But
I don't believe it was NC-17. It was a little further over on the spectrum.
Sorry.
Which is
I wasn't
green.
trying to go that route.
Ah.
That was unintentional, by the way, Carl. He's just being weird.
There is no such thing as unintentional in this room.
No, there probably isn't. So thanks for thanks for telling me. Let me see. Oh, it's Thursday. I didn't get it. Jeez, Carl.
You got to do them almost a week ahead of time for Facebook to put them out. Otherwise, we get the notice Tuesday afternoon after the show.
That you haven't put one out. That you haven't put in an episode yet. There you go. See, I corrected
Well,
myself.
I just got a notification that Stupid O'Clock was live.
That's not. Oh, well, it took them long enough.
That's all right. They're still using that TRS-80 I sold them years ago.
They just know no one wants to watch the first hour.
That's
yeah. No one wants to watch the first hour of this program.
We know that ice cream doesn't come in until
They're
about an
waiting
hour.
until everything gets spicy.
Sweet and spicy. Speaking of, where is Sweet Drizzle tonight?
Probably recovering from work.
Or working.
Or at work.
You know what, Carl? You're welcome. Use whatever screenshots you want to use. I don't care.
Oh, I figured it'd be something about me eating creamy nuts or something.
Well, he was saying something about me saying stuff about the green room, so there you go. Yeah. You're welcome, Carl.
YouTube is getting really weird.
There's too much material out there for Carl to use.
When did YouTube start showing porn? Why am I getting links for it? That's the better question.
Wow. You verified your account.
Wow.
It's all had to move off of X, so it found another platform.
YouTube, yeah. Never mind.
You know, I did find out a piece of good news earlier, and this is something that I'm hoping to accomplish in next year's of March of 2024. Bobby Nash is going to be at a convention that's close enough to where I can actually drive there to a reasonable distance and meet Bobby Nash in person. So apparently, according to his schedule, he's going to be in Cary, North Carolina next year in the month of March for something known as RetCon. If anyone's familiar with that, I think it's a brand new show, so I think it's brand new, fresh off the market. But Bobby's going to be there. So, Bobby, if you're watching this, I look forward to meeting you next year in Cary, North Carolina, my good friend. So there was a piece of good news I found out earlier this week. How about that, guys? Because Bobby Nash is a cool guy. He is. And he's a great writer, too. I should know because I've read a number of his books. Especially the Snow series. Snow is fantastic. And I'm talking about Abraham Snow, the character, the Snow series. If no one's ever read it before, check it out.
Yeah,
Really
Brian's got a story in that series, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in one of the short story anthologies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have it. I have the hardcover editions of those books. Yeah, Bobby Nash, you're the man. And suddenly there was a hush that fell over the crowd. All my commentary for the last hour and 15 minutes, I've put everybody to sleep, including you who may be watching or listening to this right now.
No, unfortunately, my ibuprofen wore off. My back from work is killing me.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
You guys were waiting with bated breath to see if the last couple scoops of ice cream are going to go awry.
We plead the fifth.
That's all right.
Zach's pleading the fifth on that one, Dawn.
I was just trying out my new X-ray specs.
X-ray specs. Yeah, new model, improved specs. No, I'm just kidding. That's a James Bond line from what movie was that in? That was in The World Is Not Enough, 1999, which turns 25 next year. Believe it or not, as well as a lot of other films that were in 1999. Those films turned 25.
Yeah, I was just looking up
Matrix.
The convention you were just talking about, RetCon.
Oh, in Cary, North Carolina?
Yep. Apparently, 2023's was February 24th through the 26th. So I'm guessing it's sometime around that in 2024.
Yeah, they said it was March 1st through the 3rd of 2024, I believe, on the website, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 2024, March 1st through the 3rd. March 1st through the 3rd, 2024.
Yay! And Bobby Nash is going to be there, so I finally get to meet him. I'm excited.
When is it?
March 1st through the 3rd, 2024.
And what city?
Cary, North Carolina.
All right, let me look.
Which is about, if I'm doing this correctly, because I Googled it the other day, I think it's like hour 15 minutes from me in Greensboro. So that's reasonable distance, ladies and gentlemen. That's reasonable.
Oh, shoot. I'm just going to do it this way.
I think it's east. Is it east?
Alexa.
RET-CON.org.
There's the website, that too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm probably, the books I don't have signed by him, I'm just going to have Bobby sign all the books.
Thanks, Joe Dog. Now she's all pissed off at me. Did you get muted?
You apologize to
Don't
her?
even think about it, John.
What?
He never mind.
Hey, I'm muted. I'm muted.
After you said her name.
He muted
Oh.
himself.
A little late.
It's 7 hours from my house, so the hell with it.
Oh, I guess you're not going to drive up there then.
No.
Bummer. Anyone else going to be down there? Or am I the only one?
Where's it at?
Cary, North Carolina. Cary, which is
yeah.
Cary.
Don't have the faintest idea. Everything is all up in the air because February 8th will be the last day I am productively employed anywhere.
Okay.
You know what you need to do is just buy you a brand new car the day after you retire,
Then you
and
can
you
drive
and
up to North
Lindsay
Carolina.
just head out.
Yeah.
She
You can visit.
She suggested that we actually
Get a Winnebago.
a little Winnebago. Not a big
Yeah,
one.
baby.
Winnie.
Travel all over the country. Visit me in Greensboro. Say hi to me, why don't you?
Well, show up at conventions all over the country because what else have I got to do?
Yeah, you can come
write
to conventions
write
with me.
books and promote them.
You can do that
And
on the
do-
road.
You can do that and say hi to me in Greensboro.
Yeah, really?
Grab a bite to eat at the Waffle House.
Oh.
I move it to follow you.
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea! All right.
Grover, you sick freak. Man. That's a great idea. We should move the just whatever, dude.
I'm going to have to re-edit that down to just get the Grover in there.
By the way, Rich put the link to the convention that I'm speaking of in March of 2024 in case anyone wants to drive down and see us. In the private chat, by the way, in case anyone's looking.
It's in there.
Hope to see you there, everybody, if anyone's willing to make a trip down.
Well, it would be over in my case.
Trip over, trip down, trip up, it's whatever it means.
All right, I need to spend a little bit of time with Misty before she goes to bed because she works all weekend long. So
good one, buddy.
I probably won't be back before the end of the show, but I'll probably be back sometime during Last Man Standing. So
all
have a good one, Rich. It was good to see you, man.
See you, Rich.
take a lot, folks.
Wish you the best, man.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hasta.
No problem, man. Such a sweet guy that is. Man, Rich is cool. I like the signage. I like his professionalism, the creativity on his. I like it all. It's Rich. You're the man. And now John has suddenly been assimilated. Because, John, from now on, you are of Borg. You will service us.
We have a company.
I wouldn't say that around this crowd.
Is that green room material that I
That's
just
green
spotted?
room material right there.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, but when I saw the episode, finally, the best of both worlds, parts 1 and 2, I am Locutus of Borg. Yeah. A whole enchilada there.
Oh, dear.
You will service us. Resistance is futile. Speaking of which, did you guys know
that's
that his
why they
memoirs
call
are
it the Internal Revenue Service.
Yeah, you're right. By the way, has anyone noticed that Patrick Stewart's memoirs are out today or out this week? Did you know about that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart wrote his memoirs, and it's called Making It So. And it's out now at Barnes & Noble and booksellers everywhere, including Amazon. What is going on with this
I'm
producer?
trying to delete videos, and I click the 3 buttons, and it starts
By the
playing.
way, is Dawn's kitty in the background? Because someone just wrote that in the
That's what I
chat.
was pointing at.
Oh,
I've got a visitor.
Oh, there's the kitty cat. I'm sorry. What's the kitty cat's name?
Georgette.
Georgette. Okay, got it. I think Bill
Bill's
Sarton was
trying to
trying
get
to
in
chime
here.
in, but he's having trouble with his computer or his iPad.
I know exactly how he feels.
Oh, we had him and then we lost him.
Dan, did they fix it or what? I missed part of this apparently. So were they able to fix it or what came up?
What's up, Bill?
With my internet, I called and complained mightily, and they have been speeding up my internet ever since. The phone still does not work.
That sucks.
One step at a time, I suppose, right?
They're supposed to have another service call tomorrow.
Yay.
Lindsay has all the written information that we have from the phone company. I expect that they will, once again, close out the work order without even showing up like they did Monday after I wasted an entire vacation day waiting on them.
Oh, I would have been hot living in a lot of other green room things.
I was lividly articulate. And if you have seen me go off on somebody, you know exactly what that's like.
I missed the night you really went off on somebody. I logged out earlier that night.
I do regret that incident. I really do. I shouldn't have. I should have just let it ride.
But that's why we love you, Dan. You protect us.
You're the man, Dan.
Well, what do you want to do, Bill?
The hustle.
Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Dun, 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 dun,
That
dun,
Cobra
dun,
clip
dun,
is
dun,
just
Okay.
phenomena. Phenomena. That's a song going back to the 1870s. Bill, it is good to see you, my
4
friend.
copyright strikes in the same 5 minutes.
Because I like some of the prints you've been putting up recently, especially with the fact that it was the belated anniversary of Charles M. Schultz's creation of the Peanuts characters that you did. That was great. That was great stuff. You know, because if a person grits his teeth and show real determination, you know, when he's up to bat and stuff. Good stuff there, Bill. I like what you're. I mean, every day you post something brilliant, and I always share it too. So
yeah, everybody's doing this Inktober thing, and I've never, to my knowledge, participated in it. So I thought, well, I got a whole, you know what, load full of sketches anyway, and I knew that's.
Yeah, you posted Iron Man.
That's why there's such a line at the damn tattoo parlors this month.
but nice job there for Inktober there, Bill. Nice work.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't even have to draw one. I have so damn many of them.
Yeah, you even posted Garfield the other day. I was like, dang, it's Garfield's anniversary? No kidding.
I don't think it was. I think it was like, oh crap, I got to post a sketch, and that was
so Garfield just had to be in the rotation.
But yeah, the first appearance of Peanuts. What was the other one I did? Oh, Dick Tracy's debut.
Yeah, baby.
1930.
I have a print of that. I have a print of that. Yeah.
Of the 1931.
Mm-hmm.
Strip. That's great.
Of the prints that I've ordered from you, one of them was the Dick Tracy one of him.
Oh, that. Oh, mine. Oh, I thought you meant you had the print of the 1931 Dick. No. I'm like, man, I'm in awe.
I'm talking about one of your prints.
He's thanking you for your artwork.
Yeah, you just my old junkie thing. Okay.
No, I like your print.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good. It's like, hey, Tracy here, what's up? Like, I like that.
Yeah, and now, you know, we all have Dick Tracy watches, you know.
Calling Dick Tracy. Yeah, oh yeah. Good times, man. I have that as a print in my collection. I'm very happy to have it.
Thank you. Well, yeah. You ever notice in the Dick Tracy cartoon, Dick Tracy always started at the beginning, but he always got some real weird person who worked for him. Like one that comes to mind was this very, very, mind you, this cartoon was done in the 60s.
Yes.
Very typecast Chinese detective called Jojitsu.
Japanese.
Or Japanese, I'm sorry. And, you know.
I remember those so well.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And they had some that were even stranger than that. But you saw Dick at the beginning, always at his desk, and then he's talking on his watch to assign whatever strange person to take care of, Prune Face or whatever. Which they did the classic Dick Tracy villains in that cartoon, which
yes they did. Yes they did.
Flat Top and Mumbles and all them. That was a good part. But anyway.
I remember those fondly, but even at the time, I thought they were kind of reaching through the stereotypes a bit. I mean, there was a Mexican detective, a Japanese detective. Oh Lord, now my brain is drawing a blank. But that I started admitting that I watched this and enjoyed it. But
there was even one that was like a dog or whatever, and whatever villain he was up against kept getting the better of him. Kind of like the Inspector Clouseau things, but then he would win out in the end, and so. But no, they were great. I enjoyed them, and you sometimes you got to look past the past, I guess to say.
Look past. I haven't heard that one in a while.
No.
All right, guys. I am getting that damn splitting headache again.
Nighty night, Joe Dog. We love you.
Well, thanks a lot, Ryan. Just fucking throw me out the door.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to go that route, but it sounds like you're about to take off, but it's all right. It's cool.
It's.
Nope, Joe Dog not allowed. Nope, you're stuck. Ha ha.
Just tighten the bolts in your neck and hang around for a while.
It sounds like a movie like Frankenstein's Monster, but anyway.
All right, guys, I'm done.
Who's taking over that I can harass now?
It was good
John
talking.
and I can handle it.
You think you'll be able to make it through LMS?
As excited as I am to have the internet working, yeah.
Okay.
He may not make it through QRST, but.
All right, we will talk to all y'all later. Thanks, Zach, for showing up. I guess we're stuck with you for 6 more weeks.
Yep.
Awesome.
Good.
Weeks.
Awesome. I will holler at y'all later.
Have a good night, Joe Dog.
All
Great
right.
to see you, brother.
Nighty night.
Great to see you, man. Hardworking man, that is.
So they sent this probe out, and they hit this asteroid.
Yeah.
And they took a sample of the asteroid. The thing came back, and it landed in the desert of Ohio.
Utah.
No, was it Utah?
Utah.
Oh, I misread that wrong.
Utah.
Okay.
Same thing.
They're easily confused. They look just alike, except one has water and the other doesn't.
And they had this. They opened it up, and they're very shocked at how much material's in it. Because they were expecting more ice, I guess, is what they were expecting.
Ice, baby.
And they wound up with more dirt, and they're not even sure what kind of dirt they've got.
Really?
So it's
asteroid dirt.
Which reminds me of the Michael Crichton movie, Andromeda Strain.
Andromeda Strain.
It even looks like the same satellite.
Is that
That's
a
what's
movie
really funny about it.
Or a TV series, The Andromeda Strain?
It was a
book.
Movie.
I know it was a book, but wasn't it adapted into something?
They did another movie later on that I think was a mini series, and it wasn't. They tried to throw whoever did it. Michael Crichton wrote a great story, but whoever did the screenplay for the second movie just threw every science fiction trope he could think of into it.
Do you remember who was in the cast?
Do
you remember anybody?
One of the Cosby kids was in it. That ought to tell you something right there.
That ought to tell you something right there.
2D. Oh no, that's Facts of Life.
Somebody else.
I
don't
hang on a minute. I'll look it up.
Someone's gonna have to Google that. I don't know. I feel like it was a sci-fi show or movie or something.
It was on Sci-Fi.
Well,
it was a very good movie,
Mushmouth.
and then they turned it into
series, right?
A limited series.
Oh, limited series. Got it. All right. Well, that makes sense. I got it. I got you.
Kind of like what they did to V.
Yeah, they did the
That
same thing.
started out as a movie, and
Oh, okay. The second movie. Here's the cast: Benjamin Bratt.
Ooh,
Okay. Krista Miller. Let me see. Ricky Schroeder. Let me see. Louis Ferreira. Michael Sushnik. Eric McCormick and Daniel Day Kim.
Oh man, he's been in a ton of stuff in his career.
Yeah, really. He was in the last Hellboy movie.
Yeah. That's right. He was in Lost. He was in Hawaii Five-0 reboot. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Viola Davis was in it.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
You had an Oscar winner in there.
I hate that they changed IMDb where they got the main cast and then you have to click a button to find all the cast.
Who was in the original movie? I mean, I remember Shelley Winters and
no, it wasn't Shelley Winters. It was we've discussed this before. She kind of looks like Shelley Winters.
Raquel Welch? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Raquel Welch wouldn't be caught dead in something like that.
Yes, she would.
No, I'm just kidding. She's done tons of sci. Hasn't she done a couple?
1 million BC.
She was in Fantastic Voyage.
If they have her miniature submarine,
okay. She's done tons of sci-fi stuff.
Okay, James Olsen, who played Dr. Mark Hall, he's been in a lot of sci-fi stuff. Gene Roddenberry sci-fi, and he was also a sheriff, I think. No, wait, never mind. I'm wrong about that one. Arthur Hill was in it. Who you see him in all sorts of stuff playing a doctor. David Wayne played Dr. Charles. Kate Reed.
David Wayne.
Yeah, Kate Reed is the one you're thinking of.
Kate Reed.
Kate Reed is the one he thought was
Shelley Winters.
Shelley Winters. Yeah. Then Paula Kelly played the nurse.
Yes.
I think some of the other. It's a lot of the character actors that you saw on TV back in those days. But
I keep wanting to put other
there's some good ones out there.
People that have been doing sci-fi for a long time as actors in there when it's not them. I'm just going. My brain goes, oh, that would be a great part for Cara Dooley, or just snatching names out of different movies. But they weren't part of the cast for that. It's an excellent movie, the original. It's very suspenseful.
What's interesting about it is that Michael Crichton was actually a doctor, a medical doctor at one time before he became a writer.
Yeah, hence the reason they got ER.
And actually wrote. He knew virology. He wrote what he knew about it, and it was pretty cool. A lot of this, and he even did the screenplay, and he was the technical advisor for it as well. So everything that's in it that looks pretty good is stuff that he knew about. So it's kind of cool.
Something I'm noticing at the end of each episode of the one I'm watching now, which is Sequest DSV, is Bob Ballard.
Yes.
So like a fun fact at the end of each episode is like, hey, the things that were featured in this episode were based off stuff that we found at the bottom of the ocean at this time in this period, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dang, dude, like Bob Ballard's doing like the fun facts at the end of every episode. That's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
And they what was it? What's the name of that Ocean Institute? Something Hole.
You mean on the show?
Yeah. Darn it. It's the Oceanographic Institute out here on the East Coast. Something Hole.
Woods Hole?
Woods
Hole?
Is it Woods Hole?
That's what comes to mind. I can't swear to it. I can't say that that's correct.
I know that the UEO is what they had on the TV series, the United Earth Oceans, on Sequest, which I thought was pretty cool. There's actually a guy who makes the jackets from the series, like there's this guy who does like the patches and everything, and I'm just like,
yeah,
dude,
Woods Hole.
To have a jacket like that, that'd be pretty darn cool.
Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute.
Woods Hole.
And Bob Ballard was one of their big
doers there. That's interesting stuff. My. We're learning all kinds of fun facts here. We're also learning that John can put his head in a tube, and then he can also assimilate himself into the Bull Collective.
I can do better than that.
The question is, who's your Boar Queen? Is it Alice Kriege or is it Susanna Thompson?
I'm going to have to go
Alice
with
Cooper.
No,
not Alice Cooper. I said Alice Kriege.
I know, but I said Alice Cooper.
Her name is Alice. Yeah.
Who is Alice?
You said you would go with Alice there, John?
Yep.
Is the Boar Queen? Okay. I actually thought Susanna Thompson did a pretty good job on the TV series.
She did a good job. If they got a good replacement there, but just Alice Kriege just has that. Everything she does has got this kind of
otherworldly.
Yes, that's a good, just a vibe to it. I mean, if you ever seen
to it, yeah.
What was the Stephen Sleepwalkers that she was in? Where she played one of the sleepwalkers.
Oh, Alice Kriege was in that?
Yes, she was the mother sleepwalker.
Did not know. Well, I've never seen the movie, so that's
and she was at the very beginning of
never seen it.
What's the dragon movie?
Biological necessity.
Dragonheart?
No, the one that they took over the world.
Dragonheart, Dungeons and Dragons, Aragon.
No.
Was it Aragon?
Christian Bale's in it.
Yeah, I think it's Fires and Dragons, Fires and Dragons, stuff like that. I know what you're talking about. Fires and Dragons or Dragonfire, Dragon Wars, something like that. Carl says he's going to sleep. Good night, Carl. We love you, man. By the way, you're welcome for all the free material I gave you to use on future episodes of your your explicit show. So there you go. You're welcome, Carl.
Speaking of dragons, Carl has a neighbor about a block or two away from him, which I'm sure he knows the house I'm talking about on North Vermilion. Everybody has all their Halloween stuff out, and this one house has probably 8 or 10 blow-up dragons that are like huge. I guess these people like dragons. I think one of them might be Godzilla, but all the rest of them are just dragons.
Rain of Fire.
That's it. And we were dancing around it. I thought of fire, but I just couldn't think of like the actual. It was Rain of Fire.
She was at the very beginning of it. She brought her son down to where she was working. They were digging a new subway tunnel under London, and they woke up the dragon.
They woke up the dragon. Wow.
They woke up the dragon. She was killed trying to get her son out of there. He watched her die, and that's it. She was in the first 10 minutes of the movie. That was
10 minutes, and then she's gone.
And then the dragons came up, laid a bunch of eggs, took over the world.
Right. Wow. Alice Kriege. She's got quite a resume there. I only know her best as Boar Queen because First Contact's my favorite Star Trek movie. So, and it's the film that got me into Star Trek. So thank you, First Contact. You're great. I have that movie on Blu-ray on 2-disc collector's edition DVD.
That is probably it's my favorite. I think it's the best Star Trek movie out of the bunch of them, and the reason is it's out of all of them because
I mean, it's my favorite. I mean, it's my number one. So I'm with you on that.
If someone came to this planet and had never seen Star Trek,
yeah, it's a perfect introduction.
Yeah, that's the movie I would show them to tell them what Star Trek was.
100%. Because I didn't know much about Star Trek before I saw that movie, and then I watched the movie and I'm like, oh, I get it. It's good stuff. There's some good lines in there too. I mean, obviously, the line must be drawn here, this far, no further. Like the whole spiel that Picard gives. I forget her name, but Alfred Woodard's character, Lily. The whole spiel with them in the war room, one of the best scenes I've ever seen in my life. Period.
Yep.
Period. I mean, the line must be drawn here.
That was
no fun.
That's one of the things in Star Trek. My favorite Star Trek episodes are the ones that are people driven, and because they've got some great people.
I'm with you. Yeah.
And just like that scene you were talking about, no gizmos, no phasers, no photon torpedoes, just two
straight
people
up dialogue.
Yeah.
It's great.
The episodes with Majel Barrett in them, where she plays Loxana Troy, are some of my favorite, just because here are all these Starfleet personnel, professionals, highly trained, shields, warp engines, photon torpedoes, deflectors, transporters, all this technology. And she comes in with dresses ready for a party. My favorite Star Trek episode from The Next Generation is The High Cost of Living, where she was going to get married to a guy she didn't like. Just because she felt she had to get married for whatever reason.
Interesting.
And she made friends with Worf's son, Alexander, in the episode.
Yeah, he's mentioned quite a bit because I have the Star Trek Fan Collective DVD sets, which are selected episodes featuring a certain theme or a certain character. So I have the Star Trek Fan Collective of Klingon, and I have the Star Trek Fan Collective of Borg. And the Klingon episodes, when Worf is struggling with his humanity, but also his natural as a Klingon, it's like, oh man, these are good character beats that Worf is hitting. And then he talks about his son and how he was raised by humans, and how people expect him to be this giant Klingon beast, but he doesn't want anything to do with that because he was raised by human. Like the Klingon episodes, like I enjoyed a lot more of the Klingon episodes than I enjoyed of the Borg, because as soon as the Borg, and this, granted, this is the fan collective. I'm not speaking for everybody, but the fan collective of episodes with the Borg, a lot of those episodes that they collected were from Star Trek Voyager. And don't get me wrong, I like Voyager to a point, but like the Borg were so repetitive, and I'm like, we get it. They want to assimilate people. I know some of them are trying to like have their own individuality, which is great. I love that, but like the Borg stuff in the series of episodes that I was watching, John, it got to be a little too much. I really got tired of it. It's like, too much Borg. Give me more Klingon. Give me something else.
Well, they needed a big bad guy,
I know, but like the Klingons have more intriguing episodes.
But they were friendly with the Klingons, so they needed a new big bad guy.
Yeah, true. They needed Borg.
And then they didn't want to do the Gorn because that would be too hard to do the Gorn. So they came up with the Cardassians. The Cardassians were like the new Gorn.
Yeah,
And then, of course, now they got the new series where they're doing CGI Gorn. So,
hello, cousin.
Wow, who's that? Oh, Sean. Hi, Sean. What was the only Star Trek Fan Collective I don't have yet that I want to buy is the Captain's Log, where it's selected episodes with each captain from each series, and I'm like, yes, I would totally watch those, 100%. Because honestly, the episodes I saw from the Klingon and the what's the other one, Borg of DS9 episodes with Ben Sisko, woo, that's an intriguing captain right there. Ben Sisko is an intriguing character.
Well, he wasn't entirely human,
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. I was not aware.
Well, have you watched DS9 much?
I've only seen the selected episodes that I've seen in the sets that I have, which include Klingon-centered episodes and centered episodes. So I haven't seen everything there is to know about Sisko.
He has family issues.
Okay, got it. Hopefully the Captain's Log episodes that I watch will, talk about that, when they center on his character. So,
I'd be interesting to find out about that, because when you find out about it, he had actually taken a sabbatical from Starfleet.
Okay.
He was having trouble with this whole profit thing.
Did you know there's an autobiography being written about the character of Captain Benjamin Sisko from Star Trek DS9, written by Derek Tyler Attico, who has been on my show, and I quote, in the last few months. So if you want to go back and watch that episode, he talks about promoting his upcoming book, which is the autobiography of Benjamin Sisko, of the captain of DS9. So feel free to check that out. It's a really good episode. And Derek Tyler Attico is a very nice gentleman. So Derek, congratulations on the new book. Wish you the best with that, and live long and prosper, my friend. He's a diehard DS9 and Sisko fan. Diehard.
I forgot. I'm looking at IMDb on Alice Creed. I forgot she played Jessica Atreides in Children of Dune. That the sci-fi thing. I think it was sci-fi.
Yeah. Interesting. Sean says I have the Enterprise in negative space on my right shoulder as a tattoo. Okay, that's cool.
I live near I-75, the interstate that runs up through Georgia and everything. And Chattanooga's just north of me. So whenever there's a major traffic accident, on I-75, I get to hear that helicopter go by, and I think I just heard 2 of them.
Really?
When we only have 2 helicopters in Chattanooga that do rescue, so either the military's doing operation, or there's a big accident on I-75. So,
yeah.
I'm surprised y'all didn't hear it.
Military.
You know,
let's hope for everybody's sake it's a military exercise.
Yeah. What Dan was saying.
They do have a training area just south of me too. So
Could be that.
We'll land helicopters down there. So.
You know, I wonder what it would have been like, and you know, sitting down and watching the original episodes as they were airing of TNG, The Next Generation, when the Best of Both Worlds was the cliffhanger, and you had to wait like 4 months to find out what happened to Picard, because he said, "All right," and then what was it? The end of that episode, part 1, anyway. Riker's running the Enterprise, and he says, "On my mark, fire," and he says, "Fire!" Like fire the beams at the ship, like let's blow up the cube, let's blow up the Borg, and I'm like, but Picard's on that thing. But he doesn't care. He doesn't. He has to follow orders. He has to.
What was her name? The other commander, the female commander that was giving him so much flack.
Ensign Rowe?
No, she wound up being an admiral in Picard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one. I don't remember her name.
It wasn't Yar, was it?
No, it was she was a special liaison to the ship just for the Borg problem that they were having.
Oh yeah. It was on the DVD or
And she kept giving Riker crap about this.
I know. Yeah, it was on the episodes I was watching. I forget her name though, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She accused Riker of riding on Picard's coattails. So you know, like you should have been a captain by now, but you keep turning it down because you just keep riding on Picard's coattails.
You just want to keep yourself as first officer. You want to be number 1, but like you're not a captain.
You don't know how to make the tough decisions. You don't know how to make the really tough decisions because.
But at the end of that episode, he says, "Fire all torpedoes."
And so he just says,
just go for it. If I were a kid and I was a huge Trek fan watching that, and I had to wait 4 months to find out how that cliffhanger gets resolved, like I can imagine being like ticked off and thinking to myself, "Oh man, we have to wait 4 months? Are you kidding me?" But when I watch it on DVD, I'm thinking to myself, "Okay, yeah, it's a bit of a cliffhanger, but you know he's going to survive because Patrick Stewart obviously came back."
Game of Thrones. You're obviously not a Game of Thrones fan.
Well, I do know that everyone dies at the end of each episode, so.
Not my character, please. Oh,
yeah, I did. I did make the mistake of going on YouTube, John, and watching the Red Wedding. So.
What was that, Dan?
That was the Red Wedding.
Go watch the Purple Wedding. That one's even more fun.
I heard that. Was that what I think that was?
It was the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones.
Of
I watched that. I saw that wedding.
Dan is not a Game of Thrones fan.
So. Well, I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've only seen that one
sequence.
But
I did see Next Generation in first run.
Oh, so you remember waiting 4 months for that cliffhanger to be resolved at the Best of Both Worlds Part 1 and 2?
Yes,
I came back.
I wasn't a child. I was in my 40s.
I was in the Army.
No, I was in my 30s.
Oh, you were in your 30s. Yeah.
Came back from Germany, went to Chattacon.
Yeah.
And this is early January.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens, Next Generation, the first episode was due to come out the weekend after Chattacon in Chattanooga.
Mm.
But somebody from New York that came down to the convention, it had already aired that weekend. Thursday or Friday, I can't remember which.
So they brought the tape?
They brought the VHS tape with them to the convention, and we got to watch it the week before it showed up on television, which was pretty cool. And it's kind of funny. They show the ship flying away, and there's this one scene where they show the observation lounge, the cap where they have
forward.
their
the observation deck, yeah.
It's ready room, I guess they call it.
Yeah, ready room,
yes.
Card's office, yeah.
And the starship's flying away from you, and you can see the windows on the ready room, and it's CGI, of course, but you can see somebody walking past the windows.
Oh, really?
And if you look at it real close, it's got to be Commander Data. Well, it's computer generated, so it has that computer movement to it, which makes it look like Commander Data walking past the window. We were all like, "Ooh!"
I met him once. Data, Brent Spiner.
Brent
I met him.
Spiner?
Yeah, he signed my TNG Blu-ray set. Him and Gates McFadden, who played Dr. Beverly Crusher. You had Jonathan Frakes, who played Riker. I met him. I met, who else? I met Geordie LaForge, LeVar Burton. Nice guy. Signed my Reading Rainbow book. I thought was great. That was a great honor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I grew up on Reading Rainbow long before I knew what Star Trek was. So that was pretty awesome.
Somewhere, I got to find it again. I've got an autographed picture from Malcolm McDowell.
Oh, from Generations.
And that he was down at one of the Dragon Cons when that came out, and he was signing pictures, and everyone was getting him to sign, Next Generation, all the stuff, Tank Girl and Next Generation, and I got him to sign mine. Viddy well me, Droogs. From Clockwork Orange, and he actually looked at me like, because everyone was asking for Tank Girl or Star Trek, and I brought up Clockwork Orange. He's like, what?
He's like, he pulled a Tim Allen on you. He's like,
I would think that Malcolm McDowell would be more known for A Clockwork Orange, because that's what kind of brought him into the limelight.
The business,
he's done a lot of stuff.
He's done an awful lot.
But he's been in so many projects, though. That's the problem. He's been in like 50,000 things.
You have to look at what the personnel was, or the people that were coming to that.
Yeah. But one of the roles I know him best from.
He's an English actor, of course. And the thing with English actors is Americans typically only see about half their work, if that.
Yeah, he's done a lot of voiceover work too.
Exactly.
He's done
video game stuff. Yeah,
he's done a lot of voiceover.
And cartoons.
I remember there was one LibertyCon where I walked up to a world famous artist with a copy of a book he did the cover art for, and asked him to sign it. The writer was nowhere around, wasn't even scheduled to be there, and he just absolutely adored the fact that I wanted him to sign this paperback with his cover artwork on it. And it just so happens in the art show was his actual painting of the cover art for that book.
Oh, and that's rad.
It's like 11 by 18, a whole lot smaller than you would think it would be. But it's just, there was even more detail in there that came out that had shown up on the paperback cover, but it was just awesome. And I think that was the same convention that Ben Bova was at. And we just happened to be in the men's room at the same time. And we're washing our hands at the sink afterwards. And I struck up a conversation with Ben Bova while washing our hands in the men's room, and was talking to him about 3 different books that he'd written, and told him which ones I liked the best, and how I couldn't quite connect with this particular one. He goes, "Yeah, that one a lot of people had problems with. It was a clone story, but it was kind of out there. But well, thank you for reading it." And then,
hey Dan.
Yes, dear.
Why did I figure that was coming?
Because we always try to do it at 8 minutes till the top.
Hey, Bill. Hey, I saw what you did there with your.
Can you do it one more time, just because I. Thank you.
Look at Bob Ross.
I'm so spoiled, John. You spoil me.
Dawn, you're awesome. That's why we love having you here. I'll tell you.
I'm gonna actually bounce because somebody said he's very tired and wants to go to bed.
Night, Dawn. It's great to see you.
Yep. So I will see you guys here. I'll see everybody in like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, Carl. I'll see you in the green
room.
From
the other room.
Yes. I will be. I got to transport.
Beam us up, Scotty.
So I will see you guys later.
Good night, Dawn.
Right.
Energized.
Good night for those that aren't coming to Last Man Standing, and see you guys that are going to be there. So
that would be me. Yeah, I'm not going. Got to sleep. Got a big day tomorrow. Got to fill myself full of Eggo waffles, bagels, toast with cream cheese, and a lot of milk. But I will say this: it's funny you bring up the funny story,
that's a full schedule for one day.
It is, man. I eat 6 waffles, a bagel toast with cream cheese, and I wash it all down with ice cold milk every single morning. Every single day.
You're going to be as fat as I am when you're my age.
I know. I've been eating this stuff for so long, and look how. Oh wait, I'm a stick. Look at this. This is so weird.
Your metabolism is too fast right now.
It'll way
slow
too
down.
Fast. I probably should slow down. It's funny you mentioned that,
though. Exercise more, and maybe you can put on something healthy, and
probably.
Yeah, don't look at me. My major meal is a pot of coffee and
nice one, John.
Sausage and egg biscuit.
Nice one, John.
There's another copyright strike.
And his face is the same color of him too. That's the
The fluorescent pink, John Scarborough.
Fluorescent pink, everybody. You know, it's funny you mentioned that piece of artwork there, Dan, because I brought a DVD to Billy Zane's table that he never expected to see. It was an indie film he did. It was a made-for-television movie called Bet Your Life. As soon as he saw it, he was like, can I take pictures of this and post this on my Instagram account? I said, absolutely, Billy Zane. Why not? And he did, and I became Instagram famous that day. And then he signed my DVD, To Ryan, Peace and Love, Billy Zane. You're the man, Billy Zane. And it was a movie called Bet Your Life. Feel free to look it up. It was a direct-to-video. It was a made-for-TV movie that did eventually land on DVD. So there you go.
I think his performance in The Phantom was awesome.
Oh, yeah, I have that on DVD.
I really hate the fact that critics did not like it because
they savaged it.
Oh, it was a great.
Dude, they savaged both The Shadow and The Phantom.
Yes, they did, and both were excellent movies.
And I have both on. I have Phantom on DVD, and I have The Shadow on DVD and Blu-ray.
Now,
The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Who was in that?
Brain That Wouldn't Die. Was Dick Tracy part of that Phantom Shadow, or was Dick Tracy something else?
I mean, he is a pulp character. So,
well, I mean, was it like the same? You know how they got all the Asimov stories,
newspaper comics,
iRobot,
comics. Yeah.
Well, Phantom was with. They always did references to Mandrake the Magician.
Yes.
Which the current if you get in your local newspapers the Sunday Phantom comics, my friend Jeff Weigel does the writing and the artwork, and he's a local Illinois boy, and they are doing a storyline right now where they're talking about the unknown commander or Commander X, which is the Phantom in disguise, helping out the army in Africa. And anyway, there's references to Mandrake the Magician, but then there's also cameos of Lee Falk sitting at his desk, kind of doing a third-person narration of the whole storyline. It's they're only about.
Love to see that.
Yeah, they're only about 4 or 5 weeks into the storyline, so I highly recommend it. It's brilliant, and I'm always patting Jeff on the back when he does a good story. They did one where they talked about all the past Phantoms on a storyline that connected all of them together on a certain adventure. And that was the only other one that I like more than this storyline.
Wow. Yeah. Next time I see Billy, I'm going to have him sign my Phantom DVD for sure. He would appreciate that.
I hope so.
I mean, he always appreciates when people come up and talk about the Phantom because that's one of his more.
It was a damn good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie and it's an underrated one too. That doesn't get a whole lot of love.
Yeah, I didn't really like the end so much. That got a little way out. But the rest of it was brilliant.
Gentlemen, we have to call time.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
It was fun, though. It was great to see everybody. You all look great. And don't quit your day jobs, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
I intend to quit my day job real
Yeah,
soon.
Dan's on
dude.
his way out the door, but some of us, you know.
Dan's doing last man standing, so that's why
Enjoy
he's got
that,
to get out
guys.
of
Have
here real
fun.
quick. And,
Yep, I got to go.
and
See
we
y'all
will-
later.
See you guys.
Oh, I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
Did not get away with it.